Hello, welcome back to the GDA podcast. This week on the podcast, we are reflecting over the Champions League games that have happened, including some great ones, including Real Madrid and PSG, Tottenham versus Olympiacos with Mourinho's first game for Spurs, City and Shakhtar next with a surprising result, Valencia-Chelsea with a great match, should have been about 16 goals, Barcelona versus Dortmund, the Barca domination, and Liverpool versus Napoli, which was a good game as well. The first match that we're going to start off with is Real Madrid versus PSG, which was a 2-2 thriller. Alex is going to talk to you about the game.
So first half was a very, very decent performance from Real Madrid. They've looked pretty lacklustre all season. They went 1-0 up with Karim Benzema scoring the first goal in 17 minutes. First half, absolute domination from Real Madrid. But then in the second half, PSG started pushing for the goal. But then in, I think it was like the 50th minute, the referee gave PSG a free kick just on the edge of the box. He went to VAR and they actually gave a penalty and sent Thibaut Courtois off. Then VAR stopped it again and they told the referee to bring it back for a foul that was committed by a dresser guy about 2 minutes ago. And so they had to bring Courtois back on and just bring a free kick back for Real Madrid about 50 metres up the pitch, so a bit ludicrous. So then Benzema goes and scores again a while after, and then a miscommunication between Courtois and I want to say Varane. They get mixed up, and then Mbappe slides in from close range, and then Sarabia in the 83rd minute gets the ball on the edge of the box and smashes it into the top bins. So some more drop points from Real Madrid in the Champions League group.
Do you think PSG should have won that, or do you think they got a right to get a draw?
Well, I watched some of the decisions and they were all going Real Madrid's way, but they did play well on the counter, PSG. So I think a draw is the correct result.
What do you think, Joe, looking at the stats?
I think a draw is the correct result. We all know that Real Madrid should have won that easily. But, it sounds like a very challenging game for both teams.
Who do you think will top the group?
PSG.
PSG are going to top it, yeah.
Why, just because of the inconsistent Madrid?
Yeah.
They've already won it.
Much.
But PSG?
One more.
Oh yeah, because Real Madrid, if they won, they would go to 12. Yeah. So it wouldn't work out right. Now we're going to talk about the Tottenham versus Olympiacos match at the Spurs' stadium. Olympiacos scored in under 19 minutes with 2 goals, and Alex is going to run through you of what happened very quickly.
It was a very, very good start from Olympiacos, scoring 2 goals in the opening 20 minutes. I can't tell you who scored. I think Ruben Semedo scored the second goal with a header from a corner, and then it wasn't the best of performances from Spurs in the first half, even though Dele Alli did get a consolation goal at the end of the first half. But second half, I think Tottenham really turned it on, and a brilliant strike from Sergio Aurier to put them 3-2 up. That really changed the game, and then it was all Tottenham from when they equalised and went up 1, and then they managed to get a goal near the end of the game. So a very decent performance on Jose Mourinho's return to the Champions League. Could have been better defensively, considering you see him as a defensive manager, but you can see the goals are now coming in for Spurs.
The defence for Tottenham in the first half looked shocking. It was just, I don't know, they just kind of left it a little bit, and then they really turned it on afterwards.
Is Lloris injured? Because Gazaniga's starting every match, or
his injury against Brighton that he got is probably still there. If it's not, because Gazaniga's been playing very well, so it might still be there or it might not. But Gazzaniga might just be the preferred goalkeeper.
Dele Alli's goal was a mistake. I think the Olympiacos left back should have cleared that really, but he made a mistake and didn't clear it. That was the one just before half time, and then did Kane score the other? Yeah, Kane scored.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Header.
Davinson Sanchez sort of scored a header easily then, and Lucas Moura with a lightning ball in to Kane, who just hammers it in. Now we're going to talk about the Manchester City and Shakhtar Donetsk game. Alex will run through it again and show and tell you what happened.
So yeah, a very interesting match. I think City they played very well attacking in the first half, and then I think they should have been losing within 13 minutes there because Edison made a terrible mistake, and I think something like Dede or something. Their right back is extremely pacey. Got through on goal. It was an open net. He took about 3 touches, and by the time he'd shaped to shoot, the defenders had got in between him.
Yeah, it was a great clearance from Fernandinho off the line, I think it was. He's been very good at the moment, actually, and not just in this match, but for City overall.
So yeah, the first half ended 0-0 when it should have been like 7-1 to City. I don't know why they didn't score. Then I think in like the 58th minute, Ilkay Gundogan got hold of I think it was a clearance from the defender and just tapped it into the open net. But then I think about 7 minutes later, a bit of miscommunication between Sterling and Gundogan, and then Shakhtar Donetsk got the ball, and it's a lovely passing move, and then the right back crossed it in, and then it's an easy finish again from the striker, and it ends 1-1. City can't get a goal in the end, so some more points dropped in Champions League.
That City goal was quite scrappy, not the tiki-taka that you normally see from Guardiola's teams. But I think Shakhtar overall just do what most teams do and part the bus and hit them on the counter like Wolves did. And they used it very well in this match compared to other teams who have tried it and haven't done well, unless you're like Liverpool and can counter them with their pressing, which is very good. Now we're going to talk about the Barcelona-Dortmund game at the Camp Nou, and Joe will run through what happened in the game.
Barcelona just dominated for the whole game, and then last 5 minutes, Jadon Sancho turned it around, scoring a phenomenal goal, and then it was very closely 3-2, but it was saved and just tipped over the bar, well, it bounced off the bar, and then rocketed off into the stands.
In the game earlier, Messi made a great pass to Griezmann, and Griezmann finished it off with great scoring or shooting. And then Suarez had a disallowed goal for offside from VAR, which looked like a goal, but good old VAR managed to get rid of it. And then Messi's goal from Hummel's mistake. Suarez got the ball, went through, looked like he was going to shoot, and then passed it, and then Messi finished it off. So overall, a great game. What did you think of it, Alex?
Very dominant performance from Barcelona. I think Dortmund surprised me considering their form in the league, but overall, very dominant performance from Barcelona.
Yeah, Dortmund haven't been doing too well in the league actually. They drew 3-3 last weekend to, I think it was Augsburg, and then it was Paderborn, and then the week before that they lost to big rivals Bayern, and then they didn't really play very well in that game either. But they had quite a good start to the season, and it has just deteriorated from them really. Where do Dortmund stand in the group stage, Alex? Third. So do you reckon they're on the same points as Inter? Barcelona, no doubt, are probably going to qualify. Slavia Prague are not going to qualify. So what do you two think about Inter Milan and Dortmund? Who do you think is going to qualify?
I think Dortmund should be able to qualify, but I don't know. I think, given the form of Dortmund in the moment, I think Inter will probably qualify this one.
Well, I've just seen who they're playing, so I think they're playing Slavia Praha. If they get a point, it's probably enough because Inter are playing Barcelona, and you can't really see them getting anything out of that. But I'm probably Dortmund.
It depends if Inter are away or not, because if they are, then they're definitely not going to win unless they pull off something like Spurs did last year, where they scored one in the last minute. Alex is just getting it up now. Who are they playing next?
They are playing.
They're playing Barcelona at home, so they possibly could win that one if Messi's injured. Or Barcelona didn't play very well, so it could go either way. Now we're going to talk about Liverpool and Napoli. Napoli with a strong performance, especially in the first half, and then just let it slip a bit. But Dries Mertens' goal took about 5 minutes until it was ruled as a goal, because I think it was Van Dijk thought it was a foul on him. And then, did you say it might have been offside, Alex? Yeah, might have been offside. And then in the second half, I think Anfield got to Napoli a bit, and Lovren scored a header in the 65th minute, and Liverpool probably should have gone on to score a couple more from there. Alex will talk to you about the table and how as it stands in this group with Liverpool and Napoli, which also has Red Bull, Salzburg and Genk.
So basically, yeah, it's a very tight group. Liverpool currently sitting top with 10 points. Then Napoli in second with 9, RB Salzburg in third with 7, and Genk at the bottom with 1. So what's happening is RB Salzburg are playing Liverpool. If they beat Liverpool, then they qualify, and if Napoli beat Genk, then Liverpool finish third and go to the Europa League, which will not be very good for Liverpool or their supporters. So yeah, very tight group. We were talking about Barcelona's group being the group of death, but overall this one's looked pretty tight too.
So who do you think is going to win the group and come first and second, and who do you reckon will get that Europa League spot?
I'd really like to say Red Bull Salzburg beat Liverpool and Napoli beat Genk, but I can't really see it happening because you always get Liverpool winning when they need to. So I'm going to go Liverpool and Napoli to qualify.
I mean, VAR at the moment is Liverpool's best friend, but what do you think, Joe? Who do you think will win the group?
I think Liverpool have pretty much won this because, well, Liverpool. But I think it'll be very close for Napoli, but I do think they'll qualify over Salzburg. Just because of Koulibaly, that rock, and yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Genk can qualify anyway. But I think
I don't think Genk can qualify.
But Liverpool are on 10 points, Napoli are on 9, and I don't think Red Bull Salzburg are far off either. So it could go either way. And in other news, United are 1-0 up, playing a youth squad.
Youth graduates and really young players. Like I think there's an 18-year-old Jesse Lingard that's just scored. Angel Gomez, Chong, Greenwood. So yeah, Greenwood, the star with a very young squad.
Yeah, United because we've already qualified for the Europa League round of 32, so we're just giving youth a chance a bit. And Luke Shaw and Grant seem to be the only ones who aren't a United graduate, which is very good because youth needs a chance. Shout out to Chelsea, they're doing it as well. They didn't used to though. So what do you think youth should be given a chance in football in total? So do you think there should be a rule where half of the squad should be youth from their system or not?
I don't think it should be a rule. It'd be nice, but if that was a rule, then you'd see the quality of football really go down in clubs like the Premier League, because most of the good young players have been bought from overseas clubs. Like Gabriel Jesus is one of the best young players in the world, but he didn't come from City's academy. So yeah, I think if we do keep that, if we do implement that rule, it will develop English football. But probably make the World Cup squad, if you know what I mean, better. But Premier League standard overall probably decrease.
Yeah, I think it'll just decrease the quality of football. It would be nice to have youth implemented more into football, but I think we'd really see the quality of play drop, and then
players who would normally make the team, their career would be shortened massively by youth players that it's a rule to include into the game. So I don't think it would be fair on the older, more skilled players who just need to get on the pitch. But it would massively improve England as a whole in international competitions, to be honest.
Jesse Lingard has actually scored a goal, so he's not on the same stat as Ben Foster, as Dan said a couple of weeks ago, which is good for Lingard, but I still think we should sell him, because I don't think he's that good. He's the captain of the team today, which is good for him.
And in case you thought, I do know that Jesse Lingard's not young. It was a joke, so please do not comment anything.
That's the end of the podcast for this week. That's a bye from me.
And me.
And me.
Let's hope United get the win against Villa. Come on.
No.